And your arms at the same time, like squat, rotate. The deep core workout complete. Last year was so stressful. Like metal thing going inside of you anymore, you know.
Sudden they tell me you have menopause and we're going to send you out to pasture.
After almost 70 years and over 70,000 satisfied.
Recording in progress.
Widen those legs, toes pointing out slightly, and your arms at the same time, and your back and chest. For those who can't kneel, if you have like knee issues, you're gonna do just a reverse lunge. So this is the move. Curtsy out, reach it down. Come up, kick. Down, kick. You're gonna step back, step back. I want you to step wide, out, and then pull all the way up. Is that deadlift is coming from deep down. Keep the energy in the heels. Come back down, step it back, forward, forward, squeeze. Glutes working when you stand up. Working your core, working your upper body. 3, 2, let's go. 2, wide leg, squat, rotate, reach up. So you just forward, like if you're lunging, and curl the arm up. 3, same thing, curl it here. First, step it back. Curl it here first, not too wide apart. Gonna squat, tap it on the floor. The head of the weight is tapping to the floor or the mat. Drive those elbows up, squeeze up. Kneeling, you can stand and do this too. Do one weight, you just bring that weight up, drop it down, up. All right, when they get to the top, you curl your arms. Hydrate yourselves. And 3, 2, 1. Come on, step. All the way up. Back down. Gets into the deep core. Attacks. If you do, the easier it is. If you widen your stance, it's a lot easier for you as well. 10 seconds. 3, 2, knees down. We took it right to the kneel. Exactly on the hour. Come on down, bring that back knee down. Up the hips. By trying to bend that back knee, slide yourself backward to the toes. So we're stretching up the back of the legs on the front leg. Flex your toes for this one. Other side, but I want you to lean into it. Still facing forward though. Down now. Hold on to that leg. If you can hold on to the toes and pull them forward so you can get in a little stretch again on the back of the legs. Leg, leaning over. Get our elbows down to the mat, to the floor. And coming all the way up. You work your obliques just by trying to come up in that. In. And let it down. Heart rates are back to normal by now. And praying hands down to chest. Ladies, you guys rock. This was just right. Like, you know, the porridge, you know, the 3 little beards. And my loves, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I look forward to seeing you guys on Monday. Mwah. Bye. Workout complete.
You told me there'd be better days, and nothing that can pull us under. You wanna take the pain away, but know that I was born as a fighter. We fade, but we're better than that. We're better than that. I know you know, so why are we holding on, holding on? Yeah, seems like we're back on start, but go. I go right and you go left before it turns to red. It's true. Yeah, I hope that we could work it out. We'll never be enough for you. Don't shed a tear or two for good. There are other ways and other reasons, but only one that cuts to pieces. So why we tryna hide from trust when we could just leave? We fade, but we're better than that. Yeah, we're better than that. I know you know, so why are we holding on, holding on? Yeah, seems like we're back on start, but go. I go right and you go left before it turns.
Hi fam, welcome back to my channel. I feel like I need to reintroduce myself. Now this is, I would say, about 5 weeks since I've posted a video. If you're new here, my name is Gloria and I am an over 50 content creator. I focus mainly on fashion, health, beauty, and a little bit of travel. I would say my channel is a lifestyle channel, meaning I don't want to box myself into any niche. But recently I have been shifting. Like, I feel like I'm going to be shifting towards more beauty, more self-care. Today is Saturday and it is the 3rd of February, and my last video was just around Christmas. I think it was like the day after Christmas, I think, like Boxing Day or something to that effect. And a lot of you have been reaching out, have been asking for me, wondering what's up, asking how I've been doing, and just sending me well wishes and whatnot. But I really needed to start this year slowly. I feel like last year was so stressful. I mean, in many, many ways. But it was a lot more stressful with creating content. I kind of started that myself. I created some of the stress on my own, because it wasn't like a situation where I had to post as much content as I did, especially on Instagram. I'm not really talking about YouTube, I'm talking about on Instagram. So one of the things I'm doing this year is posting less on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have already seen the shift. My intention is to spend more time talking to you guys, connecting with you guys, especially if you are on Instagram, because I've opened up a channel on Instagram. If you subscribe to it, it's a private channel, so it's where I can communicate with you directly, share different things that I wouldn't normally share, like on a post or even in my stories. I'm trying to get more closer to you guys, so I'm sharing a little bit more about myself on that channel. I just started it maybe about 2 or so weeks ago, and so far the response has been really, really good. The only thing is you guys can't really talk to me on the channel. The way that Instagram has set it up is that we do the most of the communicating. So unless I do a poll or something, or ask a question, like with those question boxes, you guys aren't really able to say something to me directly unless you want to DM me separately. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm coming up on 53 and I feel like I really need to continue to take better care of myself. So like I was saying, last year I was posting for just to post sake, like to entertain followers, to entertain the audience. And though content creating is a form of entertainment, I was feeling like real pressure to create more content than the norm. But for me, I was trying to push out 5 or more reels a week, and it was a lot. In fact, going into the office made it a lot more difficult, because going into the office 3 days out of the week and then having only Monday and Friday and the weekend to try to pump out content was a lot for me. I would be putting out maybe 4 or 5 different outfits or more in that day. And believe me when I tell you guys, if you know how much work that is to just get up and put together different looks, from the makeup to the accessories, the shoes and everything, the bags. When I'm done, it was another set of work because I had to do the cleanup, and it was just really too much, guys. And I felt like, okay, this is not how I want to live my 2024. Actually, this is not how I want to live the rest of my life. So rather than continuing to do that, I made a shift. And the funny thing is, I didn't plan it. I just decided I am not going to do it. While I was in Barbados, I slowed down posting on Instagram, and it was intentional. And I decided that's how I'm going to carry through the rest of the year, and maybe the rest of however long I'm doing my social media, right? It feels good. It feels good to slow down. I got sick actually when I came back from Barbados. I got sick. I went into the office the Wednesday and just got sick. Like, I was sick from the Thursday evening. I was feeling it. But after that, you know, it was life as usual. I've been teaching my workouts, living life as normal. One of the things that I'm doing though is taking better care of my health. As much as I talk about health, I feel like I wasn't living in the way that I'm supposed to live health-wise, like eating certain things and just consuming like too much alcohol and wine and stuff like that. Those are things that I'm cutting out. I'm not saying that I wouldn't have a drink here and there, but if I can go out and have a mock cocktail, I will do that. It's rather than have a alcoholic beverage. one of the things I did after I got sick too was to try to get mucus out of my system, because I was really highly congested, was to do a raw diet. I was juicing and just drinking the juice, eating mostly vegetables, and outside of that, making my salads and having like raw, like cashews and peanuts. And for 3 or 4 days I did that. At least once a month I'm going to take 3 or so days out to go on that raw food diet, where I just eat only raw foods, nothing that is cooked, for 3 or so days. I think you guys should try it as well. I felt so different, and it's going to help me to also achieve the goal of removing this layer on my stomach. Guys, this thing is so stubborn. As much as I work out, this part of my stomach is still being disrespectful. My waist is small, but I can feel the softness, and I do so much core work, and I'm actually adding on more core. Listen, it's been a lot. So I've been going to a few events. I went to 2 events. 1 event last month, 1 event this month. So I went to an event 2 nights ago with the brand Nella. Nella brand is a small business. This female who was doing like in vitro and different things in order to get pregnant, and that meant obviously seeing her GYN tons of times. And you know the spectrum that we use to get our exam, that metal, I'll show you it on the screen if anything. She actually made one from a different material. So not this metal thing going inside of you anymore. You're no longer having that. Is it steel? I think it's stainless steel. You no longer have to settle for having that to do your exam. You can purchase the Nella yourself and take it to your GYN and have them use it instead. For all the years that we've been seeing our GYN, that we have ever thought about doing this, getting a new device that we can use for our pap smear, or you know, that.
What drove you to decide that the speculum needed to be reimagined at this moment right now?
So it really was my own personal experience with the speculum. I went through 3 years of infertility treatment. My husband and I did 7 rounds of IVF. We traveled across the country, and I was successful, and I have 2 daughters now.
So I'm so happy. I have one. It was gifted to me at the event, and Halle Berry was there. She was also talking about Respend, which focuses on older women who are experiencing, in fact, anyone who's experiencing menopause, because you can experience menopause, forced menopause, because you've had a hysterectomy.
It is. We have to reframe what it is. We have to destigmatize it, because I found myself in it, but I also knew that I was in the best time of my life. I never felt better, felt stronger, smarter, wiser. Been through 3 divorces, finally found the right one. I'm like, I'm ready. Yes. Like, I'm ready. And then all of a sudden, they tell me you have menopause and we're going to send you out to pasture because you're kind of done. Right? I find the love of my life finally, and it's like, okay, TMI, but get ready. We try to have sex, and I've got razor blades in my vagina. Like, he comes at me with like scissors at night, and I'm like, get away from me, you've got scissors. But he's the love of my life, and I realized there's something wrong with this story, right? So I go to my doctor and I tell him I don't even know what's happening to me. I don't know. I've got this tire around my belly. I don't know how it got there. I'm raging at my children, at everybody I know. I can't remember why I walked into.
For anyone who's experiencing symptoms of menopause, it's a great place to start. If you haven't started having like conversations, check out her Instagram and get some more information. I'm pretty sure there'll be information in the bio and whatnot, but I'll insert some of the conversations that we had that night. Other than that, I went to one event in January. We went to an event with Seth Mello, and this was at the Chapel. This is like a speakeasy bar in the city. Had such a good time, amazing time there. Now, Seth's bags are so good. Now, this is a luxury brand. The bags are all made in Italy, black-owned luxury brand to be exact. So I'm really excited. I have my eyes on one of his bags. Beautiful, beautiful bags. But guys, just so you know, I am not shopping like I used to. I've made a vow not to shop blindly, aimlessly. I'm not scrolling, and that's one of the things that I'm moving away from. Scrolling aimlessly through Instagram, like mindlessly just scrolling, because what happens is you tend to get into trouble. I do anyway. There's always something new that I will see that I might want to purchase, and I want to avoid that. Notice that a lot of the things I purchased within the last year, 2 years, 3 years are things that I wear only once or twice, and for me that's not good. I really want to get across the rear out of my pieces when I purchase them. I'm actually really going to focus more on making my own pieces this year. So this is one of the other reasons why I'm not going to spend my Mondays, Fridays, Saturdays, because Sundays are my days of relaxation. So Sundays I'm going to do my reset, where I just take good care of myself, where I focus my energy on myself. That's Sundays belong to me. Other than posting a video on Sundays, that's the only thing that will feel like labor for me on a Sunday. Everything else will feel like self-care. Like I was saying, Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays, I'm also going to make sure that I set aside some time to create my pieces. I actually invested in a pattern making refresher course. So I spent a couple days watching this course and practicing. In the next couple of weeks, I'll be using the fabric that I have. I have a lot of fabric here that I have not touched. So it's about time I remove the fabric from the bags and create some pieces with them. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, this year, more self-care, more of my self-made pieces, and less of buying things randomly just because other people have them. Great, you look good, I love it for you, but I'm not going to be spending my money randomly like that. On myself, also just purchasing things for you guys. Like I would buy things because I think they're going to like this, and not necessarily because I'm sure I want to buy it, like I'm going to wear it. I want to buy things that I know I'm going to wear over and over. I'm currently wearing this look that I wore on Thursday night when I went to the event with Respin and Mella, and this is for me a classic but yet edgy piece, which is something I feel like I'm also leaning towards. I'm looking back at some of my looks from last year and I'm like, this is no for me. Like, I am not going to wear that again. In fact, some of them I just showed you guys on film, on video, and never wore them anywhere, and probably never will. So these things are going to be moved out of my wardrobe. I find myself now more leaning towards classy but classic looks with a modern edgy vibe to them. That's where I find myself doing these days. I am less about doing the most. I don't know how else to explain it. Even my jewelry, I feel like maybe my hair is dictating the way I am dressing in some sense, but I find myself just not gravitating toward the louder pieces anymore. I want something that is subtle, elegant, but yet beautiful. So it's always be someone who likes drama and things that have that edginess to them, but not, I don't want to be like, I don't know, I don't want to say a clown, but I don't want to look like I'm doing too much, if you get what I'm saying. I want to do the most, but in a very tasteful way. So today I am a guest on Black Style Anecdotes. Sorry, I just got interrupted for a second. But so this podcast features Black fashionistas, and I am honored to be a part of it. That's my alarm telling me that it's time to go, because the podcast starts in a minute. But I feel like I haven't seen a link coming from hers yet. Anyway, I'll tell you a little bit more about the podcast after I'm done. Hey guys, I am back. I just wrapped up the conversation with Raquel of Black Style Anecdote, and I had an amazing time with her. Should have recorded some of that for you guys, but I would like for you to go check it out. Once that is live, I will let you know. I will probably post it in either the next video, or I'll just add a post here on YouTube for you guys to go check it out. Very good conversation, and she is promoting the hell out of our Black fashionistas. So recently interviewed Monica, Hard by Moni, and I'm pretty sure she also interviewed Politics and Fashion, among a few other like well-known influencers that you guys probably already follow. It'd be great if you guys can go check out her podcast. All right, I'm trying to get back on track on the conversation that we were having, but I think that's where I ended it, where I was telling you a little bit about the podcast and what it was about. I just want to let you guys know what to expect from me this year. This year, I definitely want to focus more on self-care, more rest, more sleep. I wasn't sleeping enough last year. But if I got 6 hours, I was lucky. And 6 hours is like the minimum you're supposed to have. I don't want the minimum. I want the most. So 8 hours or more. That's what I'm aiming for. My bedtime now is about 10 o'clock. So about 10 p.m. or so, I start to wind down. Except for weekends, because I sleep in a little longer on weekends. But during the week, when I know I have to get up early to do my my weekday classes at 5:30. I'm up at 5:30. Sorry, my weekday classes are at 6:30, so I'm up at 5:30 because I don't like rushing. I like to take my time, and I like to take a nice warm shower, wake my body up before I work out. Every single day, I take a shower before I work out. Massage my body, let the shower massage my body, and just prepare myself for a workout. And I feel like my body just becomes more loose when I do that. So getting up early so I can set myself up for my workout. Definitely taking my rest day, which is on Sundays. We work for the man 5 days of the week. What do we get for ourselves? We do have to make that time for ourselves. So on Sundays, it's all about me, whatever I want to do. It could be just sitting on the couch and vegging out on some of my favorite shows. That's what I'm going to do. It could be just pampering myself all day. Basically, I just want to do things that does not in any way, shape, or form feel like work. Finally got my my closet. I don't even want to call this a closet because it's not really a closet. It's really my walk-in closet and my dressing room area. So this is where I get dressed every day. I finally got it finished. Well, almost finished. Not quite finished, but it's to a point where I feel like, okay, now I can show you guys what it looks like. But there's one or two things that I still need to do. In fact, I have an extra shelf that I purchased that we haven't put up as yet. But I'm gonna do another video where I give you guys a tour of the space. I want to focus more on inspirational content, self-care content, if that is what you're here for. I'll do some vlogs, you'll spend a day with me, stuff like that. And I hope that you guys would enjoy that just as much as you enjoy the hauls. Not to say that I wouldn't be having any hauls at all. Don't get me wrong. There will be fashion, just not in the way that I did it before, where I constantly was like, this week I had one haul, next week I have another haul. No, if I have something, I'll show you. But I'm not buying a bunch of stuff like I was in the past, just to show you guys. And that's something that a lot of influencers do, even if they don't tell you. Alright guys, I've been going on for way too long, so I'm going to wrap up the video here. I want to say a thanks again for all of you who've been rocking with me. If you are new, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. I love you all so much. Bye for now.